What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a brand new episode for everybody. It's just depending on how the night goes, this might be a short ride. You might hear a bunch of crashing in the background, but we're gonna pull through it, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Glad summer's here. So we got NBA going on. NFL is not too far from being around the corner, so it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you open with it, but I'm up here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, in Canada, and there's no basketball. I got 15 channels of hockey and zero basketball. So I'm going to rely on you on this one. So if you need to cut out, you let me know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll cut out. You might just hear me go. Like I said, you might just hear some like keyboard or something getting thrown, or it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting, man.
I hear you.
Let's get right into it, man. We got nothing really going on in NFL, as we normally kick off. Yeah, there's nothing really going on just besides the Aaron Rodgers debacle, but I think we'll cover that once he actually decides he's gonna play. So
right.
But on to the NBA. I mean, we got the we had the Western Conference Finals. So we got the Eastern Conference Finals going on right now. As far as the Western Conference Finals, we had OKC, man. They just ran through Minnesota. SGA showed why he's the MVP. OKC's defense just looks elite. They got about like 9 guys that are playing defense out there. I mean, they're favored to win it, man.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough takedown for anybody in the East for sure. Yeah, I mean, SGA doesn't play the prettiest style of basketball, but he gets it done, and that defense is it's pretty stout. With Chet, Jalen Williams, Shea, it's a good defensive team. You saw how they kind of shut down Anthony Edwards. Tried to make the other guys beat him. It almost made Julius Randle quit basketball. So
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, and I've heard this a few times, but this may be one of the if we're looking forward 3 to 5 years, this may be the worst team that they have because they got picks. They're going to get better. This team is dangerous right now.
Oh yeah, they got an MVP at the age of 26. Then they got 2 guys behind them as far as Chet and Williams, both 23.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, I think they got over the next 2 years, they might have 5 first-round picks.
Yep.
Not to mention another 30 they have on the back end, thanks to Paul George. Honestly, it'd be interesting to see if they're able to win, and then how long they're able to maintain it. Because once the guys start winning, everybody's going to need to be on a super max, and obviously you can't pay everybody.
Right.
So
right.
Are they going to be able to flip any of these guys, or have these guys, commit kind of and take less money, kind of like Brunson did, so everybody can stay together? If not, then, or if they didn't win, kind of the same thing what OKC had back in the day with Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. So I'm definitely looking forward to the situation. But either way it plays out, they're in good hands. Even if they didn't win, I mean, they still got all those picks to kind of still stay in the mix. So it's going to be fun to watch.
I agree.
And then as far as the Timberwolves, I mean, where do they go from here?
Tough spot.
Edwards, he probably needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Can't really, I want to say it's like a double-edged sword, right? Like if you're deferring and then your guys are hitting the shots, you look good. But if you're deferring and they're not hitting the shots, then you got to be more aggressive. I always prefer the superstar to be the most aggressive, kind of the lead by example, because then I'll open up other things, make shots more easier for everybody else. But honestly, I don't think this Timberwolves team is built for the long haul.
Yeah, their front office does a really good job with contracts. I mean, we saw it with the trade of Cat, and open up some cap room, and then they restructured Rudy Gobert's deal. So they are, I think acutely aware of everything that's going on with the salary cap. But now it's like, okay, you got Ant, you got Naz Reid, you got I can't think of the other guy's name, Shea's cousin there, or whatever his name is. They got some guys up for contracts now, so
Tracks, yep.
now it's where it gets a little bit complicated. And Julius Randle, I think, can opt out too if he wants.
Yeah, I think pretty much he can go wherever he wants. So,
Yeah,
um, the sad thing about it is that I don't think I don't know if Minnesota wants him because you're gonna have to be paying Naz Reid. So
sure.
I mean, you can't really pay him and Naz Reid, right?
Yeah,
So maybe you do a sign and trade with Randall, but I mean, honestly, he doesn't need to do a sign and trade. Just go anywhere pretty much. Um, I think you got to get rid of Rudy. Try to get something for him.
yeah.
Um, honestly, he's I don't want to say he's like an old style NBA, but he's pretty much a liability out there on offense, right? So it's not.
Yeah, he
I
can be.
I feel like even like when they run those pick and rolls and he goes to dive, he doesn't really catch alley oops or he just like catches the ball and then he just like
Yeah,
turns it over.
not the
So
best. Not the
yeah, he's
best.
not the best finisher around the rim. Maybe you go out and get a younger center, somebody that's more mobile, kind of like what Dallas has as far as Lively and those guys.
Yep.
Um, but I mean, ultimately, it's going to be. I'm interested to see what they do as far as this team. Conley's kind of up there in age,
He's getting
right?
old. Yep.
Are you going with some younger players or what? So, I mean, they could be in the market for Kevin Durant as well. So, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. Everybody's predicting this might be the spiciest NBA offseason that we had in a long time. So,
It could get a little spicy.
yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm here
I know
for it.
you like spicy, Rich.
Oh yeah. And then on the Eastern side, we got the Knicks and the Pacers. Knicks down 3-1 right now. It's do or die, man. Um,
How you
it
feeling?
seems like I feel like we'll win this game, but then obviously, game six is going to be the hill we got to climb. Obviously, the Pacers aren't going. If we win tonight, the Pacers do not want it to go to game seven. Obviously, if you're a Knicks fan, you want it to go as a game seven.
Sure.
We know, unfortunately, we're, we're 0-2 at home against this team, right? So
Yep.
we got to figure. I feel like Tibbs is just getting out coached. Honestly, he's just not going to his bench, and then people, hounded him for going to his bench. Then he went to his bench. Then we win a game, and then the next game, I mean, he tries to go to his bench again, but doesn't really do any other adjustments. Pacers match that, and then we lose that game. But it's just, I feel like he's just not. I don't know. He's,
He's a little
I don't know.
all over the place right now.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on in his head, or maybe he's feel. It's just a lot on his plate,
Yeah.
so to say.
Yeah.
This is kind of a win it all or nothing year for him. Um, I feel like if he doesn't win, he's out of there. So
Yeah.
even if he
Could
got
be.
to the finals, even if he got to the finals and lost, I mean, I think he's still out of there. I wouldn't. Definitely a bunch of other coaches out there I wouldn't mind getting, but we're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think Tibbs might be outcoaching himself a little bit here, but yeah, I mean, I think he started or he used like 15 different lineups in game three, was it? Game three, game four.
Yeah,
Um, and he's a guy that uses like seven guys in the playoffs. I mean, usually, honestly, probably six guys. And so for him to go that deep is a little weird. So it's a little concerning that he's questioning himself at this point. But I think Indiana's kind of got him a little bit. His head's a little mixed up right now. So I think he just get back to what what you guys did well. I think the issue is with Brunson and Cat on the floor together, the defense isn't there, right? So now it's like, okay, what do we do? And it's almost a little panicky at this point. But I think you just got to go back to what's won you games and try to do that.
the defense is definitely suspect. My issue is more so. the switches, right? So we got
Sure.
OG and we got Bridges, who were pretty much supposed to be good on ball defenders, and then
Hmm.
every time they're putting them in a pick and roll, they're switching. Just freaking stay on the guy. That's
Right.
supposed to be your assignment, rather than you switching the on the when they're doing the pick and roll. Now
Yep.
Brunson's on somebody who he shouldn't be guarding,
Sure.
and now he's in foul trouble. Or Cat's stuck on freaking on what's his name on Halliburton, and
Yep.
Halliburton's just draining threes in his face. Like for
Yep.
me, it's more about those two guys being supposed to be one of the better on ball defenders on our team, and they keep switching on
Yep.
freaking pick and rolls. So um, meanwhile, freaking Naismith is freaking guarding the clutch player of the year without a problem. So
Right.
it's just that for me
I'm with
that's
you.
the more that for me that's the more frustrating part. I guess the defensive game plan. Um, and then when they switch in the lineups, they put Robinson in, and Robinson does great, but I mean he's on limited minutes. So I
Right.
mean you got to find somebody else big that can put in some minutes, but really don't have anybody besides Achua, but he's not even that
Right.
tall.
Yep.
So I mean, you know, if we blow this game or blow the series in the next game, I'm definitely looking forward to us building out our bench. Honestly, the rumors are out there with Giannis, but I feel like we would have to give up too much to get Giannis. I'd
A
rather us
lot.
just try to,
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah, I'd rather us just build out the bench. Maybe try to get some of these other role players that are going to be free agents. Being that New York's a valuable place for people to go now. Maybe some of them change their mind and want to come. So,
Yeah.
and then we're just gonna have to wait to June 5th, pretty much about what is it, about a little over a week for the NBA finals to start.
Hmm.
Like they just keep pushing it back and back, man.
I
Every
know.
time the finals start. So,
Well, I feel like the same
um,
way about all the sports, except for the one I want them to push back, the Super Bowl. They won't push back, but everything else is like, let's push it back. Let's push it back.
yeah, man, it's just like I don't know. I guess they do it to give people a rest and get all their media coverage leading up to the event, but
Hmm.
sometimes I feel like you kind of lose people when you got to wait that long.
Yeah, for sure.
And then as far as any other, nothing really else in the NBA. I mean, mock drafts are coming in for the NBA. I mean, obviously Cooper Cup's going to go one.
Yep.
The question is who goes two, three, whether it's
Sure.
Bailey first or Harper. Um, and then after that, see who else goes. I mean, Knicks don't got a first round pick, so
Hmm.
that's something I wish we had in this draft to go out there and get a player like um, why I'm drawing this blank. My guy from Florida. He's an older. He's not really an older guy, but those
Walter, what
guys
was
that
his name? Walter? No.
yeah, Peyton Jr. or Clayton Jr. Yeah, Clayton
Yeah,
Jr.
yeah, Walter Clayton. Yep.
Yeah, so because those guys that didn't come out after 1 year, they deem not high ceiling. Um, those guys are pretty much ready to go. I
Right.
think the way the NBA prospects come in the league is going to be a lot different going forward, just because of
Yeah,
college and you're able to make so much money. So,
sure.
and then on to the WNBA. Not really much here.
Hmm.
Caitlin Clark's going to be out for a few weeks. So pretty much the ratings are going to go down. People pretty much aren't going to watch. Um, I'm interested to see what the
This
WNBA
is
does to
and like
combat
this is
this.
this is my issue with like the whole WNBA thing. Like these all these women are like anti Caitlin Clark outside of her teammates and maybe actually probably some of her teammates. And then like she leaves for like 2 weeks and the ratings are just gonna plummet. And they're already talking about like how do we give away these tickets to these places. It's just like the fact that this one woman is running the entire WNBA is a little concerning. And not that, you can do it with one star, but like the fact that all the other players in the WNBA don't want to acknowledge that she's this big is the problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is jealousy.
Sure.
Like, you know, people want to bring up Angel Reese a lot when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Unfortunately, I don't think they're not the same type of player. Um,
No, no.
all right, nobody wants to see 30 rebounds in a game with 20 of them being your own misses compared to
Me bounds,
some,
Rich. They're called me bounds.
right? Compared to somebody that's out there shooting threes from the logo, right? So
Right. And
I,
not to say that there's not a place for either player. There is, but let's like be realistic about who's bringing in the fans. Like, I don't know. It's strange to me this whole WNBA like with the women not liking Caitlin Clark, even though, and again, she probably doesn't do herself any favors by being a little cocky and boisterous, but I don't know. It's to me, it's like this if this woman's going to bring us a bunch of money and she's going to bring us a bunch of fans and TV and all this stuff, like we need to band with her.
yeah, I think the WNBA needs to figure out who's going to be her rival, right? So
Right.
right,
It ain't
so
it ain't Angel Reese.
right, yeah. So if this is going to be your bird, right? Who's going to
Right.
be the Magic, right?
Sure.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Juju's might not be coming in for another 2 years, but you definitely want to get somebody in the mix now, right? So when the Fever are playing whatever team, right, the ratings are going out the roof, right?
Sure.
Or better yet, kind of create that rivalry now between the Fever and whatever team you want. So come postseason or you know whoever wins, people are still in tuned in the game to see if that other half wins, right?
Right.
So obviously, Kate Clark is going to be the bad guy in this situation, right? And so people
Yep.
they're gonna need to find that good guy, right, before Juju comes in. If not, you're just gonna have to wait. You're gonna just have to suck it up and wait till Juju comes in, and then you're gonna have to throw in as much ad dollars as you can between those two, and now you're off to the races. But as a player, I feel like you want to be the person to have something to say, but more so you're
Sure.
gonna have to say it on the court, right? I'm not
Yep.
gonna go in the media and say, you
No,
know,
no. Right.
all this stuff about this and that. But when I get on the court with Caitlin Clark, I'm making sure I'm giving her buckets, I'm shutting her down, I'm blocking her shot. Um, without all the antics of uh the I don't want to say the super hard fouls or the unnecessary hard fouls, you know. Just keeping it simple.
No, it makes a lot of sense to me.
And then on to MLB, nothing really here. Season's still too early. They just play so many games, man.
Oh my God, it's
Um,
crazy.
so many games to tell. You can't even tell who's really who until really people start
Yep.
heating up at the end. So we got our normal suspects: Otani hitting some home runs, Judge doing little things here and there, but um, I mean, there's nothing really crazy going on. So
Yep.
then we got the NHL playoffs. We got the Panthers. They finished up on Carolina the other night 4-1. So they're waiting to see who's going to win out of the Oilers and Stars series. Oilers up 3-1. I think the Oilers going to put them to bed tonight.
Yeah.
They're going to get a
Th-
we're going to get a
They're
rematch of last year.
I'll say they're already up 1-0 tonight on one shot. Again, being in Canada, it's the only thing I got to watch right now in terms of sports. But yeah, the Oilers are. I really do like Dallas's coach Pete DeBoer. He seems like a really good dude. He's well liked within the NHL. Um, Gets these guys playing well, and the Dallas fans actually are really good. But
Yep.
this Oilers team is just it's a wagon, and it's weird because at certain times during the year, you're like, this team kind of stinks because they just like I don't know they just and we talked about it earlier this year. They like disappeared for a while, and you're like,
Yep.
oh, they just suck again. But then they get into the playoffs, and it's like, okay, this is the team we thought they should be all year long, and now they're playing like it, and now yeah, now they're again, 55 minutes from another Stanley Cup final rematch against Florida, and Florida's been awesome. I mean,
Yep.
like no, all credit to them. Like that team is a wagon. They're
They're deep.
good. They're deep. Coach Paul Maurice he's awesome. Yeah, they just know how to win big games. So I would love to see the Edmonton Florida again. I think it'd be an awesome series. And
Oh yeah.
not good for the NHL. You know,
Nope.
the the NHL. Actually, I just saw this stat before we got on the air here, but the last six Eastern Conference champions. Do you know where they came from?
Canada.
Three from Tampa and three from Sunrise, Florida. So the Lightning for three and the Florida Panthers for three. So the last 6 years have been all Florida teams, which
Oh
is
damn.
not ideal for the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, the question is like as far as hockey, where I feel like the hockey states are not even NHL states. Like
No,
I feel
and
like
yeah, it's I don't know if it's a problem or not. Obviously Edmonton being in there is big for the NHL. Any Canadian team in there is going to be good. Obviously they would have preferred Toronto over Florida. But yeah, when you look at it, the last four teams left were Dallas, Edmonton, Canada, and then you had Carolina and Florida. So I would call them Southern teams. Not the best for the NHL probably.
yeah, because like even if like I'm thinking more so like college, right? So you look at like the the Frozen Four, right? It's
Yeah,
normally like I want to say like BC, like a Boston team, Connecticut teams, or like a Montana, like
yeah. You
I
get
feel
you get North Dakota State, a Minnesota team, maybe a Michigan team, and a Massachusetts team. Somewhere, all in the top half of the United States. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I feel like
I don't know.
right, well, I do feel like hockey's growing in popularity, but
It is.
my
It
my
is.
question is, how do you get it and how do you break the
I
threshold in those
I don't know.
non-hockey states to pull away some of the fans, right? So like you mentioned Dallas, right? Dallas is a football. I mean Texas is pretty much football.
Yep.
Followed by basketball, maybe baseball, then hockey,
Sure.
right? So
Yeah.
like how do you break those molds as far as
It's hard.
crack, yeah, making hockey number one. So
It's hard. I
um
mean, but think about it. Football broke a lot of places, right? Like it was baseball for forever in a lot of these towns, and I think football came in and broke a lot of that up. So I don't know if the NHL will ever get there, but they could probably break in a little bit more.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the NHL does. Like just I mean, they've been doing a good job increasing the eyes on the sport, the ratings.
Sure.
They put together like a TNT type cast, which has helped with some of the former players. So now you're getting some of the TNT basketball antics, but on NHL.
Yep.
The game's grown a lot, so I'm interested to see how far they can take it as far as really being number one in certain
Sure.
categories. And then we got PGA.
Yeah.
I'm slacking right now.
Yeah, we got this week we got the Memorial Jacks tournament. Um, it's in
It's in Ohio, right?
Dublin, Ohio. Yep,
Yeah.
not far from you.
Yep. About an
Uh,
hour and
it's
45.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a tournament that all the big names play. Notable this year is Rory McIlroy is not playing. He normally plays this, and there was a little bit of controversy earlier this week because, you know, it's tough, right? Because like these guys that all play really respect Jack Nicholas and everything that him and Arnie and that crew of that time did for the game of golf. And Rory did not call Jack and tell him he wasn't playing, which, Jack, I think, kind of downplayed a little bit, but you could tell he was a little bit upset about it. Look, like, Jack, I mean, Rory can do whatever he wants, but like, I've long been a Rory stan, and I think he's good for the game of golf. He's got a great swing. I like the way he plays. If you're not gonna play Jack's tournament, you got to call Jack. And like that's it. That's the end of story. Hey Jack, sorry, man, I got some things going on. I can't play. Cool. I don't think he would have cared. I mean, he would have cared, but in the end, I don't think he really cares. You got to call the guy. The guy's been a golf legend for 70 years. Like, I don't know. Coming off the PGA Championship where he didn't do press for 4 days, and then he skips Jack's tournament, doesn't call Jack. It's like again, I've long been a Rory defender. This is tough. It's getting tough to defend. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, but yeah, I mean, look, Jack was upset. Jack's 87. Like, I don't know. I've
But
one of this is maybe just a me thing, but like in life, you got to respect the people that pave the way for you, right? And Jack paved the way for all these guys. And Jack is very open about, he does all sorts of things for these. Like there's a story about Bud Colley, not a well-known golfer who got in a car accident, and Jack and Barbara were there to help him come out of it. Like he just does all these things for all these golfers. Like Rory, you gotta call the guy. You got
yeah,
his number. We know you have his number. Just call him. It takes
yeah,
two
but
minutes.
that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like it's more of a disconnect from the majority of the players
No,
compared compared
no.
to, or is just more
This is just
the
this
PGA?
is. I think it's just no. This is just it's a miscalculation by Rory. I think no, because all these guys, like if you listen to them talk, they're always
Hmm.
like Jack this, Jack that. Yeah, I called Jack. Like again, like the Bud Colley thing. Like, have you ever heard of Bud Colley, Rich?
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Like he's not a well-known golfer, but he got into a car accident. He couldn't play golf. Jack, I don't know what Jack did, but he helped him get through a time in his life that's that. Like this is just what Jack does, and like he has one tournament a year, right? Like Arnie had the Bay Hill for forever. Jack has the Memorial. You're not going to play Jack's tournament, and it's only 80 guys. It's not like it's 150 people that play this. It's 80 guys. Call them. Hey man, sorry, like I can't be. I'm not in your tournament this week. I'd love to play. Something's going on at home, or something. Who knows what's going on? Something shitty may be going on, and we don't know about it. But like, it's a 30-second phone call. You got to do it.
yeah, that's what I said. Maybe I don't say maybe some behind the scenes stuff we're not privy to, but
Oh,
I feel like
honestly, I'm sure there is something behind the scenes. There probably is something bad that's going on in his personal life, and
mhm,
he felt like I don't want to call. You got to call Jack. That's the one
yeah,
tournament you got to call. Yeah, I can't defend him on that one.
yeah. I mean, as I say, I feel like something's going on that
Oh,
they're
I
not
agree.
telling us,
I
so
agree.
it doesn't make sense. So it's crazy, but I think Bud's accident was in at this tournament too, right?
Yeah, he's playing. Yep.
Yeah, but I'm saying his accident was at this um
Oh, was
uh,
it?
I think it was when he
It might have been.
was it 2018 or something?
It might have been.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, so hopefully some stuff comes alive. We figure out why this happened in the first place, and
Yeah, I agree.
going forward, they just put it to bed. So
Yep. Yep.
I feel like the hockey universe, so to say, is too small already as it is, that you shouldn't really cutting guys out or bickering over certain stuff.
Right.
Um,
Yep.
I think all as a collective, they needed to grow, especially with all these other sports popping up now. So, and then I think that's it for sports. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah, just a quick update. The Oilers are up 3-0, 10 minutes in the first, and the Stars have pulled their starting goalie. So I think we're looking at an Edmonton, Florida Stanley Cup.
Oh, so we're getting a rematch. Hopefully this goes in the Oilers' way. compared to last season. I think somebody on the Oilers is out too for the playoffs.
Yeah, one of their defenders.
Defenders, yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know if that is going to hurt them. Might, but
we'll see.
I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens. But I know McDavid is trying to get his revenge. For what Florida did to him last year. So
Sure.
I feel like the Oilers have that the Celtics syndrome. So like they don't really care for the season. They just ready for playoffs. They just ball out in the playoffs.
Fair.
I was trying to think of something else to call it, but
No, you got it. You nailed it.
but like when I think about it, I'm like, this is like the Celtics all over again.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like I said, it's going to be a good series between these two teams. So
I think so too.
hopefully McDavid can get his. He's been close a few times, just couldn't close the deal. So
we can call McDavid McMethy.
Yeah, McMethy. Yeah. It's like the same person.
They are the same person.
So definitely rooting for him. He helped me win fantasy
Yeah.
previous year. So
He screwed me in fantasy this year, but we'll we'll talk about that another day. I had him all year. He's awesome all year. And then I think second round of the playoffs against Evan, he was out the 1 week he was out that week. And
but I think it was more so because they made the season that extra week long.
I know.
Players sit out.
Yeah,
I think that had to do with it too.
Yeah. So, he wasn't rushing to get back, that's for sure.
It's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Oh yeah.
And then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so we got some honey chipotle chicken nacho bowls. These were tasty. It
sounded tasty when you said it.
I know. I know. I knew.
As soon as you said honey chipotle, I was like, oh, I'm tuned in right now.
All right, so we got some. So first of all, you take your potatoes, dice them up, boil them for a few minutes, get them a little soft, and then throw them in the air fryer. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of oil spray. About 15-20 minutes. Just let them cook while you're doing your chicken. So with the chicken, you can do a homemade taco seasoning or just I use the El Paso, but just a little taco seasoning on them. Either throw them on your flat top, throw them on the stove, grill them up, get them nice and juicy. Make sure they're cooked through. Put them off to the side. So for the chipotle sauce, chipotle peppers, honey, a little bit of chicken broth. Simmer that until it thickens up a little bit. Blend it first, then put it in the pan. Let it thicken up. Then get your nacho cheese. So this is a healthy nacho cheese. You can nacho cheese ever you want, but I did it with the reduced fat cream cheese, a little bit of evaporated milk, cheddar cheese, and then a little bit of the Kraft cheese pouch. Blended that, threw it into a pan, and heated that up. So then you put it all together. So take your potatoes, put them on the bottom, sliced up chicken, put that on, put the chipotle sauce over the top of the bowl, and then pour the nacho cheese on top. You can then, if you want, and I did this, crush up some Tostitos chips, throw them on top, throw a little hot sauce on there, and you're good to go.
I mean, that sounds delicious, man. Pretty much all the ingredients by itself are pretty much.
I figured you'd like that one.
Oh yeah, man. Definitely gonna have to give that a recook in my book. So, and then what you guys drink that down with?
All right, so we're up in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada today. Checking out the local breweries and we got a conference here later this week, but wanted to hit up some local spots. I'm forgetting the name of the brewery I was just at, so hold please. So is it the beer is called just called Galaxy IPA. It's from
Okay.
Propeller Brewing Company. They're about a 5 minute walk from the hotel I'm staying at. Uh, Up in downtown Halifax. Um, so I had their beer actually down at the beer garden that's on the water, and then walked over to the brewery and had it there again. And I'm gonna tell you, Rich, like I love a good Galaxy hop. So you throw Galaxy on the board, I'm sold. This beer lived up to the hype. It was delicious. Comes in at 6%, so it was nice and drinkable. So I had one down at the pier, walked over to the brewery, had another one there.
Oh, you went back for the double take. Okay.
Yeah, had to. It was good. The pineapple flavor was there that you get with Galaxy. It was a hazy looking flavor or a look to it. The flavor was delicious. It was all around just a great beer. And Halifax, shockingly, I had never been here before, but a lot of breweries around here. So there's a lot to choose from. But the Propeller Galaxy IPA was my go-to, and I'm gonna give it an 8.6.
Ooh, I thought it was gonna come in like an 8.4.
Mm,
Okay.
solid.
I, yeah, that's beyond solid.
It was good.
That's uh that's a ringer right there.
It was good. It was tasty.
I mean, certain flavors with beers, man, like pineapple or
Yeah,
I'm trying to think what else. Like an orange, like a citrus kind of. To me, it's just golden. Because that's the thing. I feel like I, I like obviously, I ain't gonna lie. So you the flavored drinks are where it's at. But if you get a nice beer with some flavor to it, I mean, it makes it as enjoyable as some of those drinks, man.
100%.
Then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then this week for the BRRs, we got the same staple shows we're watching. We're watching Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple. It's a good show. I like it, man. It's growing on me.
Mm,
Um, Trying to compare it to something, but it's not really many shows like it. Um, it definitely has that Breaking Bad feel. Like Walter had to figure something out in his life, and the only thing he could
hmm
do, I don't say the only thing he could do was crime, but that was what drew him in. He felt more alive when he was doing the crime, so to say. So it kind of has that aspect of it. Has a little comic pieces here and there, but not too. It's not really like funny. But it's like give you a little smirk sometimes. But
Sure.
overall, I like the show, man. It's a good show. Definitely something you could check out. I think they're pretty much wrapping up the season, maybe in one more episode or this week. I might have not seen that one yet, so you could definitely binge it through. Apple's been delivering on some of these shows, man. So definitely something you could check out, man.
Nice.
Then we have The Last of Us.
Hmm
I'm disappointed because the season was only 7 episodes, but I
Yeah,
mean,
I was reading a lot of stuff after, and they, again, probably left a lot out. Um, it's tough. I thought the season overall was good, but yeah, felt like they hurried some stuff.
yeah, I mean, the thing, I know they said they lost about half its fan base or something like that after the season
Yeah,
finale.
but so I wanted to question that because like it was on Memorial Day weekend, like the Sunday night of Memorial Day weekend. Like I I didn't watch it Sunday night. I waited a couple days just because like I don't know other things going on. So I don't know if that was like the total or just the Sunday night crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, look, like the season was a little different. I still say the episode, I don't know, it was two or three, one of the best episodes of television you're ever going to see.
yep,
Um, yeah, the end wasn't. the best, but like I don't know what you're expecting from them either, right? Like, I felt like it was a good spot, and now we're gonna get the Abby story in season 3, and then I think it's up to HBO to say, okay, now what? Right? So now you're gonna have the Ellie story, the Abby story. They're gonna meet up in the theater, and, I
Is
think
a
that
brawl is a
now
brawl
it's up.
started off?
Now what's up, right? Like now it's the Game of Thrones thing where there's no game to tell you what season 4 is. Um, and you kind of gotta work with the people and figure out what to do now.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how much of Abby's story they're gonna compact into, like, is it
They
gonna be the whole season
No,
or
they
is it gonna
they
be
they already said it. The season 3 is going to be the 3 days with Abby. So that whole
oh,
three
okay.
days is going to be season 3 from her perspective.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like let's say, are they gonna give us the, like, pretty much all the episodes until like the last episode is gonna bring us
Yes.
to the theater? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So yeah, so pretty much, yeah, after that theater fight, so to say, right?
Yep.
Where do they go from here? So
Exactly. Exactly.
um I mean, pretty much at that point, the doors are open. I mean,
Doors are open.
you could bring in any other type
You
of
do whatever you want.
characters.
You can do whatever you want.
Yep. You can kill Abby.
Yep.
Ellie. You can kill Ellie in season 4. You can do whatever, right?
Yep. 100%.
But I think they're gonna check in with the, producers of the game to see
Sure.
what they had in store, and then can they do it? Can they get some spin-offs? Right? We don't know who else is.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's like
You
you
can
can do
go
a
you can
lot
go to
with
the you
this.
can go to the you can go to the Scar story, you can go to the Wolf story, like
So yeah,
there's a
you
lot
can you
there.
yeah, that's what you can do a lot with this, right? Do
Yeah.
do they find the cure? Do they don't find the cure, right?
Sure.
I'm sure Ellie wasn't the only one that was immune, right?
Right. Right.
Um, does Ellie get infected in season 4 and then she becomes the queen of the monsters, right? It's a lot you can do here. So
Yeah.
um, hopefully HBO can run it up for another, I want to say 5 or 6 seasons. 'Cause it looks like there's some delays on some other shows that people are looking forward to. So, and then I checked out a movie called Drop. Um,
Hmm.
it was pretty much about a girl who goes on a date with a guy, and then all of a sudden she starts getting airdropped like these messages. They kind of are like holding her family hostage, and they're wanting her to do
Ooh.
some stuff and kill some people
Okay.
that she's at the restaurant with. So it actually wasn't a bad movie. Um,
Okay.
so definitely something you can check out for like one of those, quick thriller movies. Trying to think, was it like, is it unrealistic, right? Like if somebody was holding your kids and they wanted you to kill somebody, like, would you just call the cops or would you just do what they say, right?
Right.
So and that's a tough cookie to have somebody in, right?
Oh yeah.
Um, Especially if you're airdropping them like the footage of uh, the intruders in your home holding your kid hostage, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to think, is there a way? It really is realistic because like as far as like there wasn't really anything she can do to like circumvent the kidnappers, but she did a good job of flipping the script on them towards the end.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, to obviously go and save her kid. So like I said, it was a decent movie, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was a decent movie, man. Definitely something you
All
could
right.
check out.
All right.
And then as far as that, I mean, wasn't really much else. Just a bunch of stuff I got on the radar that I still need to go through. I started back up on You because I forgot where I left off, so now I'm in the second season. And then everything, yeah, nothing really else. I'm really watching right now. I feel
Yeah.
like I need to pick it up.
I watched. I finished You. It's solid. Oh yeah. I didn't love the finale, but solid last season. I just started watching. I don't know if you probably watched this already, but the Escape at Dannemora.
No, that's the is that the Gone Girl lady? No, right?
It's Patricia Arquette. There's Benicio del Toro's in it. A bunch of big names in it. It's about the prison escape from the upstate New York prison
Oh,
in 2015. It's
which
a,
one? The
it,
one, the one with the guy and the girl, or was
there
it
was two guys that escaped.
guys? I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
But I,
2015.
I
It was up by Lake Champlain, up in there. Yeah, low security prison, like, but just started watching that. So far it's been pretty good. Pretty good, cast in there. Patricia Arquette. Who else is in it? Again, Benicio del Toro. The one of the main prison guards is a famous guy. I can't remember his name right now.
okay.
Pretty good crew though. Um, and the show's been pretty good so far.
I'll definitely have to add that to the list, man.
Yeah, it was a Showtime show. Just came to Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Showtime dropped the ball, man. I don't know what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Oh yeah.
So I'll definitely have to add it to the list. 'Cause, that's where what's the name was Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
But yeah, outside of that, nothing really else.
That's all I got.
Like I said, yeah, I got pretty much Jeannie and George will be next week, I think.
Okay.
Um, I think Love Island comes back next week, I
Yep.
think.
We get the Bear
Uh,
in a couple weeks.
yep.
Bear's back.
They're just cranking out the bear. Uh, I did end up watching the Gordon Ramsay show. It's like on secret service or something like
Okay.
that. And he goes in and he it's the same thing like the other show, got the restaurant
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
rebuilt type show.
Yep.
Um, I hate watching it because when you watch it, it doesn't make you want to go out and eat. You're just like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
But um, it's one of those shows I like. So I'll definitely
Okay.
have to find some other stuff to
All right.
get on the list, man. And then that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.